call the meeting to order. Pledge allegiance, Mr. Wood, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag,
Pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
I look at my cheeks.
Roll call.
Mayor Morris,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Rupertus,
Here.
Alderman Green,
Here.
Alderman Mandray,
Here.
Alderwoman Jones,
Here.
Alderwoman Hoffman.
Here.
Mayor, you have a full quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Any public comments at this time?
I don't have anybody on the phone, nor write-in, so.
Okay. Anyone out there? It brings us to the consent agenda. The following items are considered routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will not be a separate discussion on these items unless a council member requests, in which event the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Do I have a motion? I guess I should read these out. Approved, number one is approve the minutes of the regular city meeting on December 20th, 2021, and approve the minutes of the town hall meeting on January 3rd, 2022. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve.
I second
All in favor? Everyone. Brings us to the regular agenda, a discussion, consideration, and take action to approve ordinance number 2022-01, ordering the May 7th, 2022 general election. May I have a motion, or motion for discussion?
I'll make a motion that we discuss this.
I'll second that.
Ms. Debbie? Would you like to lead it in?
It's election time. We have 3 spots on the council, 3 aldermen, I think, it's up for re-election. So we have to order the election to get everything ready with Galveston County to, hold our election May 7th. So, this is just paperwork, really, to get you to order the election. Now, if nobody runs, if the incumbents decide they're the only ones that run, then we can cancel the election.
Would you remind the public which 3 are up for election?
Marcy, you're up, Russell's up, and I believe Woody's up. So those are our 3 aldermen. So I have your packets.
Can't get my code.
I have your packets in my office.
Okay. Like to have a vote?
I vote to approve it.
All in favor?
Okay. Who seconded to approve?
I will.
Okay.
Unanimous, Ms. Lee approves. Director's report.
Well, since I'm the only one here, I have my other 2 cohorts, they're both out, so, really don't have much to, I don't know what Anna's got going or Brad either, but, with mine, I think we're finished, finalized, we've got the link for the short-term rental, so I'm trying to get it on the website. I've been in contact with, the attorney working with Musico. He's telling me now it's February, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and just leave that blank and go ahead and try to get the website up. I was really wanting to get both of those on there to open it up, but anyway, so I don't know what's taking Unico so long, because we started the process back in a year ago, November.
You're good.
Covered.
I don't know about that. Anyway, so hopefully I'll say 1st February, you'll see a live website. Other than that, everything's been going pretty smooth in the office. No complaints, no fussing, so.
Alderman reports. Ms. Marcy, you wanna start?
I'll keep it short and sweet. I need to get the dates together for all the events for the park for the year, so stay tuned for that. and just having some, discussion on when to have the Mardi Gras golf cart parade. That'll be our first event. It's not a really big social gathering. It's super easy to organize and go through with. Trying to get some feedback on when to do it, because it does coincide with the events of Galveston. Obviously, don't wanna do it at the same time as the events in Galveston, so trying to just figure out that. We'll be doing some spring cleaning at the park and the shed and getting everything organized there. I'll probably be recruiting Mr. Larry to help me with that on a Friday, and I'm getting my little volunteer group organized for that.
Larry's already said, just let him know when he will be available, whenever you want him.
And then as soon as the website goes live, we'll add the park equipment options, and maybe that'll be our first survey on the website for moving forward with that big purchase for the spring.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just want to remind everyone, of course, I'm sure you know that today's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. He once said, this was something that I had never read before, and I had studied up on him a lot, but he once said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? A kind word, a kind deed, a smile, a wave when you see your neighbor. Our police or fire department, small actions can change the world that we live in. We all know from personal experience how far an act of kindness can be, big or small. If you lived here during Ike or any other storm, we know. We watched over each other's homes, we checked on each other. We searched for missing pets. I've seen quiet and humble actions and great acts of kindness from our community. Many of you set a fine example for us. I've encouraged our police officers with our kindness project, and I think that's been successful in the past, and I'd like to continue that. We now think of what could happen if the entire city of Jamaica Beach committed to being kind to each other. Imagine the possibilities. After all, we're in this all together. Let's remember the words of Martin Luther King Jr. when he asked, what are we doing for others? Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Alderman. Yes, Mr. Mayor, I submitted a list of names that I was asked to do for the Board of Adjustment to the mayor and to the Director of Operations, and I copied it with Debbie. That's it.
I think she's got it somewhat together. She just couldn't get it to me to get on the agenda, being ill and all, so yeah, but I think she's almost got it together.
I went ahead and moved on because I know it was important to you and you wanted it done.
Thank you, sir.
Hey. All right, my city email's up and running, rrupertus@jamaicabeachtexas.org.
.gov, yes,
rrupertus@jamaicabeachtx.gov. There you go. Please stop, using my personal and move to that one if you would.
okay,
All right, the fire hydrants, they have been inspected and submitted for a bid. That bid has been approved by our Director of Operations. So phase one of the fire hydrants is on the books. We don't have a firm schedule yet. Phase one is gonna do the repairs of the hydrants, and then any monies left over, we gotta see what we do as far as new hydrants.
How many new ones do we need, Russell? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Usually the city or the fire department tries to add 2 or 3 per year. It's all on budgeting, but we wanna see what monies we have left over. All right, the water line replacement project, phase 2, is starting this week. We gotta get on phase 3 budgeting. We gotta find that money. You had that great idea about holding off on the bulkhead, but we still need to find some more monies. We gotta do that while that contractor's in the neighborhood. I'd really like to go from phase 2 right into phase 3 of the water line replacement. We got them here, let's keep pushing that one. The street projects, as we're all aware, are running a couple weeks behind. You name it, weather, COVID, materials, but at least they're in the neighborhood and working. The main entrances here, I'm not sure if it's TxDOT or the street vendor, whoever you wanna call it. I've noticed they skipped over Buccaneer and Bob Smith heading west. I'm glad they did the areas they did. I've got a call into the Director of Operations. She's supposed to get back to us with a firm answer. It looks like they haven't finished with their drain works in those areas, so that's why it didn't get paved. But I'll get back to you guys on that. I am trying to follow up. I also asked Anna to work on the excess sand over there on Beachcomber. We can't just throw it in the dunes. It's dirty sand. It has asphalt and gravel mixed in it, but we're working on trying to reutilize that. The marina needs our attention. If you guys look at the bulkheads, they're collapsing, they're caving in. Also, we have a problem with the marinas with the plots where the citizens owned. As it states right now, I'm not sure many of you guys are aware of this, the citizens not only own their slips, but they own the bulkhead and 6 or 8 foot of the parking area. I don't know who originally plotted it like that. But for example, right now, we need new bulkheads or bulkhead repair, and we need parking area replacement. Well, if the homeowners that own these slips look at their plot or their survey, they own that. This has been brought up to me a couple years ago, we never got to it. So we either have to reach out to these homeowners and say, okay, let's replot it so the city will own the bulkhead in the parking lot, or maybe the citizens, which I doubt are gonna wanna pay for the bulkhead in the parking lot. But it's getting bad, we need to get on top of the marina. And I believe that was enough for tonight, that was a mouthful, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
I'm good.
Okay, sounds good. Police report, I guess with Brad not being here.
Brad is gonna send that on Wednesday,
Okay,
and then, I have one more thought.
go ahead.
We are gonna do a meeting with our beach patrol next month, getting ready for the season, so if anybody has comments, complaints, suggestions that you would like us to go over with them, feel free to email me or call me, and I'll swing by and we can talk about it. Just to kind of cover with them, getting y'all's input and opinions. I'd like to get that, so it popped in there.
If I were, I guess that's what's me, yes, the next month, within the next month's meetings, I'd like to, we're gonna be really getting in on emergency management, finishing up the SOPs, and amend and create permitting and general liability, ordinances for contractors. Also, what Russell said was continuing the water replacement and road improvements, we're working hard on that. And then, the signs, new street signs all should be being installed here in just a matter of weeks. We're waiting on the vendor to get it all put up then and get scheduled. But other than that, that's all I got. Have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second? Meeting adjourned.